Hello campers, this is What's Shaking. This is Travis with Midest Strong Fitness. That is the name of my new DDP yoga business, where I'm teaching you DDP yoga and teaching you how to use your body to get Midwest strong and own this day so you can own your life. So I'm going to start doing a little series of little tips that you can do to make things a little bit easier. So one of the things that you see us do with DDP Yoga is we do a lot of stuff on our hands. Whether you're doing down dog, whether you're doing table, whether you're doing 3-count push-ups, 5-count push-ups, you're doing you're putting a lot of force on your wrists. Now, you'd actually realize that you put a lot of stress on your wrists just by using your hands every single day. Whether you're typing, whether you're doing dishes, whether you're lifting, turning, anything you're doing repetitively, you are using those wrist muscles back and forth. So what can you do? Now, if you do have the DDP Yogas, ddpyoga.com, by the way, if you don't have it, get it, or look me up. I am happy to show you the best fitness program on the planet, by the way. But if you have the videos, cheap programmers, you'll see one of the big wrist stretches that we do is we flip the wrist back and forth. So if you're on the floor, or if you're on a table or whatever, you're going to turn your wrist out this way. You're going to fold your wrist under and push, and you're going to feel that stretch right here, and you're just flipping the wrist back and forth, getting the opposites, one side and the other side, and you're hitting these muscles right here and these muscles right here. But the thing about it is that you have more wrist muscles than just this, obviously. Okay, so I'm going to teach you a few other wrist stretches that you can take advantage of to help loosen things up and help make your life a heck of a lot easier. So this is what you're going to do. I want you to take your hand. You're going to do the old John Cena. You can't see me, right? So you take your hands out like this, palm straight. Looking at your palm here, fingers out wide. What I want you to do now is take your opposite hand. I want you to reach around and grab the meaty part of your thumb, and I want you to take I would like you to take your thumb and put it underneath the two knuckles right here. So now, with your fingers out wide, now what you do is, as you're pulling the meaty part of your thumb, I want you to pull your thumb away. At the same time, I want you to push the blade part of your hand, this is the blade part of your hand, by the way, away from you. So you're twisting, so you're getting the twist right here. So now you're feeling that stretch right here. Now to accentuate that stretch a little bit more, now that you get your fingers pointed up there and your palm turned away from you, now drop your wrist down. Slowly drop your wrist down. This does not take much to feel the stretch here, especially if you are not flexible by nature. You will probably feel it just by doing that. If you're doing a lot of judo, you do a lot of wrist stuff like I do, you can take it a little bit deeper. There's always some place you can go, but make this your own. Same thing with the other side. Grab your hand, look at your palm, grab your thumb, or grab your thumb, take your thumb here, put it underneath these two knuckles, turn the palm away, drop the wrist down. Breathe into the stretch. Just like that. Okay, so that's stretch number one. Stretch number two, now we're going to take that palm and we're going to turn it to the outside like this. Elbow is going to be bent so your elbow is pointing to the opposite end of the room. So now what I want you to do, now you're going to take your hand and you're going to drape this over the blade part of your hand. Your thumb, I want you to take a look at where my thumb is at here. My thumb is on that meaty part of the opposite thumb, the other hand that we're talking about here. Okay. So this is for you beer drinkers. This is the beer can hold. Okay. So you're taking this here and you're doing that. So you can grab like this. Now, just like we pulled the meaty part of your thumb, I want you to pull the blade of your hand out, push the meaty part of your thumb opposite way. Okay, now what you're going to do is, with your elbow pointed out, pull your wrist towards your chin. If you've got that, then the last thing to do is try to turn your fingertips towards the ceiling. Drinking that beer can, right? Again, take this nice and slow. Once you get that done, kind of roll that wrist out. Do the opposite side. Grab the blade part of your hand, put that thumb on the meaty part of your other thumb there, elbow pointed, pull the wrist in, turn the fingertips up. These are all wrist locks, by the way, that you'll see in judo and jiu-jitsu. So if you are looking for a little bit of martial arts application to it there, don't just learn it off the internet there. Find a good dojo and have somebody teach it to you the right way. Because these do not take much at all from going to a really good stretch to a really bad injury. So please take this slow and gentle. Roll the wrist around a little bit here. Now, stretch number 3. Now you're going to lay your hand, lay it flat like this. So we're going to do the opposite way, kind of do the reverse of what you did on the ground when you are dropping your wrist down and flipping your wrist that way. So you're going to flip your wrist that way, drape your hand over this part of your knuckle, so it's right in between your knuckle and your wrist. Now what you're going to do is you're going to push your elbow and your palm together and slowly drop it down. So now you feel it stretched right here. Again, breathe into that stretch. Same thing opposite side. Last stretch. So now, take your palms straight out, straight up. Fingers out. Take your hand, grab your fingers. Now, try to pull your fingers back. Try to pull your palm, push your palm out. You're going to feel that stretch really deep right here. Try to keep your elbow pasted to your side. The more you can pull your fingers back, the more you will feel that stretch in the belly of your wrists. Just like that. If you can straighten your arms out, bring it down, push it down, do that. Breathe into the stretch there, take these nice and slow. This takes me years and years to get this flexible with my wrists. So if you're not used to these, take your time with them. But this, if you go through these stretches, you can do this at any point throughout your day. Go through these 4 stretches. Boom, 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 boom. And once you're done with all these wrist stretches, then you're just going to roll it around. A little shout out to a Phil Brooks, aka CM Punk. So, other way, roll those wrists. So, that's your tip for the day. Wrist stretches. Use them to make your wrist feel better. Use them throughout your day. Use them to own this day, own your life, and keep bringing it. And I'll see you next time. Own this day, own your life. Bang!